I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to C3 Review. Today is October 2nd, Thursday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So yesterday we talked about pushing up here, and I don't know what I was thinking about drawing it like weird like this, but the point was is popping up, retracing, because we have an expansion that we're in, and then retrace, and then eventually expand again, most likely, right? So we're doing that now, and should have drawn it up here. I was talking, if you watched yesterday's video, you know clearly I was saying that, I had these projections here that I clean up on the chart, added this one here, and sure enough, we came right to that -2 over here for standard deviation. But we also mentioned also 25,400 on the, obviously the larger scale. We'll see, but anyways, you watch yesterday's video. I have to go because I have a vet with my wife, so I have to fucking leave. But which was crazy how it ended up panning out the day for the way I traded. But take a look. I called it, right? Can't make that up. So the little pull back there, we had the all-time high. Obviously, we just birdied up, right? Got into that area right there. Look at that, beautifully. And what's it called? You can see it's kind of hard to fit all this, but you see we have this imbalance here. We have this move 1, move 2, move 3. Pretty clear in the bodies, really decisive. And then using this inversion, this gap in between these last 2 up candles, when I see that I'm catching this top, this is experience, this is fire, this is my chart, right? These levels are all my chart, right? So can't make this up. But I am needing a trade to come underneath that inversion, right? That's what I'm going to see in a perfect fucking world. Sure enough, candle comes down and closes below it. Boom, pops underneath. Then 930 is right here. Beautiful. What am I doing? Well, I know we've expanded, right? I'm looking for a retrace. I have the opening range gap here. I'm targeting the entire range. You'll see how I do it. But this is just confidence. This is very specific, right? Now, I should be waiting for it to come underneath. A little antsy, but after the 9 o'clock candle, I know it's going to come back, most likely, right? And that would have been the entry there. After that entry, beautiful, pushes down, stays a sealed, open first imbalance, which it can also be this one here. And I'm using this because it's above all price action from yesterday, right? So that's my reasoning here. This will be maybe also something you need to keep on your chart if you're going to use it or not. But for now, I'm just going to be using that one. Anyway, candle pushes up. I'm immediately getting a closure and bodies underneath this level with bearish bodies. You see we're wicking in there. Boom, coming in. A little miniature imbalance. I highlight it. Boom, tags in. You see this next up candle. Pop in right there. Boom, breakaway, close it, not sealing. It's what you want to see when you want to get down here. Where am I going? Look to the left of the chart. Obviously, we have that breakout level from the all-time high, right? You see it drawn out. I didn't draw it yesterday. I didn't think it was needed to be, but either way, that's the fucking high right there of last month. So key level. And then I'm circling the midnight level. I have the 50% sitting right there. I'm not even worried about that. I know we're coming below that. So I'm making this my minimum target, right? And what's to the left of that? You have liquidity right here. So I'm letting it roll. And then I also have the weekly range as of now, which is the low of the week, high of the week, 20 to 40% in those red 2 levels. So you can see it on the right of the chart. It's this guy right there. You'll see it later. So anyways, I'm coming down and I'm just going to squeeze because I don't need a whip back. I'm just going to take the profit. This is good. I can look for what? Let's go right through it. Boom. We come down. You see me get out right here. We tap to 25%. We come back to the midnight level above it. What's right there? You have a imbalance sitting right there. We are tagging We are tagging that 20%. See that? Where's my entry? Right there. All right, we tag in it. Confidence. Boom. Pushing it. Coming right down. Next low. We get right to that breakout level in the green. Yes, I want to seal this. It doesn't mean I'm going to be able to get it perfectly, but this is the way I can squeeze the leg out. Why am I also taking this sell here? Well, because I understand that this is something that they're going to do for a second drive, because we're not necessarily going to just buy from there, right? Especially with buyers are waiting for their price to get hit here. And this is where they want to be buyers. So I'm trying to come down in. What do I do then? Okay, well, it gets into this imbalance here, rejects, and then it stops. Doesn't keep going. Does another possible shift here. You don't even want to see it up here if it's selling, but it still could. And here is where I take a loss. Okay, fine. I'm actually already going to have kind of like an earlier day. So then what does the price do? Then it starts to pop up. Okay, so now I understand if this isn't going to be the protective lower highs, right? Then we've made from that high, we've made the lower low here, because now we're going to retrace up with drives, make it hard to get in for the lower high, from lower low to lower high. And I have this on a 5-minute. This is a 5-minute resistance block sitting right here. Breaker, whatever people want to call that. You can see it on the 5-minute, which I'm going to go to it. I need to actually make the videos shorter. But you can see here, I got this 5-minute candle right there, right? Because it's a high, low, higher high, and we break through it. So this is your classic resistance, okay? Now that we've said that. And when we come up here, we're popping up. I got this imbalance here. I got this imbalance here. And I have that block. And as you can see, we come in, we're playing around to the tick is where the high is. Notice how it bounces, comes underneath, comes right back. This is my entry. Look at the stop loss was originally right above these guys here. Very intentional what I'm showing you. We're also at the 50%. And then what's the goal here? That's a lower high. I just said we're going to come down for a lower low. Why? We're going to ultimately try to I have this zone from here to here of my little circle. That obviously it's the sealment of it to the tick. So it's not even a hair above. Minimum, meaning the minimum is this low, right? This level, I mean. And then underneath that, I have the PM session imbalance from yesterday. I have that 40%, and I have the 1 standard deviation. But it's not mandatory for me, and it's not mandatory for me to be a buyer to come underneath it. But this level is. Watch this. I can't make this up. So, boom, we finally come back underneath this imbalance. If you're wondering why I mentioned this, well, because I want to see it work underneath it. Eventually, it starts staying underneath it right there, right? Boom, that 20% right there. Boom, falls down. Balance 75% of the bottom here. And then what am I doing here? Well, I'm taking the trade, and we just took out this low. So I'm trying to, I'm trying to squeeze it out so I can reach this level if I get hopefully big candles. I don't. I get stopped out. Guess what I do? I get back in again. Why? Because I know this leg is going to rush for that level specific to the tick right there. Like literally right on the exact level. This is me clowning, dude. All right, clowning. Guess what? I just told you that, oh, well, I would like for it to come lower, maybe not, but this is a good place to buy. So what do? I buy it. That level, that candle closed at 11:04, and this is me screenshotted at 47 seconds. You can see the 11:05 right here. Boom, this candle. What am I doing with this buy? I would like to obviously go for an all-time high, but number one, number two, I can't because I have to do things, and I'm leaving. That's why I'm making the video short now. I have to do everything before I, get ready, and then, just be the last thing I have to do. But anyways, you see that I have my circle here. Why? Well, I have this specific induced liquidity pool that they put here. When they came down lower low and lower high, that lower high is to also induce liquidity, right? So coming up is just to wipe out some easy sellers, and then From here, I want to go up completely. Well, we've had a retracement. I'd like to see an expansion. We do have that artwork here. This schematic sitting right there, right? I know what they're doing, and they're using that level, that all-time high as well. And I'm trying to push up so I could it'd be the last trade of the day, right? So guess what? They start coming back on me, and I'm like, man, fuck it. I don't care. I'm gonna take it out. I end up getting squeezed out here. And then what's it called? The reason why I'm buying it, and when I see this drive here, there's 1, 2, 3. I wanted to see it's either going to be a lower high, and I was thinking of actually selling this right here, right? To make what? Maybe a new low to sweep that, right? And I ended up sticking with saying, well, no, I don't want it to come lower than here. I know it should be buying and coming up to this level. This is also that first imbalance that might be better than the one I've got highlighted. But in general speaking, that's just that pool. And that was going to be the decision to hold it. Look what they fucking did. Because they know I'm on they ass. Right? So this is how it turned out. Can't make that shit up, bro. So I'm getting out right there, and then it comes back deep. 50% of that fucking candle, right? But now I'm already gone, right? And if I would have stayed and I didn't have to do what I was doing today, maybe have been inclined to buy this. I understand that this is inversion right here is going to probably hold because you're in the battle of these two. I wanted to maybe sell here because it was another lower high, right? Lower high, lower low, and you see that this is above 50% with what I'm sharing with you here. But this candle, we didn't shoot up here like this, right? See how it fanned up and then come back in. No, we couldn't break above it, right? The body stayed underneath it. So A, that was a good time to trail. B, it's possibly a sell. Or C, they'll do this dirty shit here, right? So there's no other option unless it came this deep, right? So again, I'm not able to be involved here, but staying and sticking with it, you see it does push up all the way then to the 50. So you was right the whole time, right? And as you can see right there, very obvious buy as well. So that's why I'm a little pissed. But hey, what I did today I think is fucking legendary. I mean, and that's just my opinion, right? I think so. So, but same time here, could have just held it. And normal cases, if I'm really holding and I'm just gonna be lazy, I'm gonna put my stop here, right? I'm gonna put my stop here if I bought it. Let it come all the way back. You've seen me take plenty of trades like that, but today I didn't choose to do that because I have situation, right? But that's what I would have normally done. And if I would have got ticked out, I would have bought it again. But oversold here. It's a very nice possibility, right? Because yeah, obviously, can it go lower? Yeah, but we are in this 101.5 as well. By the way, I have it measured on the. Where did I get that from? The 1 hour, just those bodies, those candles, right? Those up candles. And then what's it called? So that was also the reason of, hey, stick with it, right? And I say it all the time. Will this hold? We don't know if the retracement is done. It was a pretty big expansion, but since we're up here and we have previous price action, they might just linger it up again for a Friday high. I'm not saying that this is going to be the range of the week and we're not going to make a new high, but this is the logic for fucking right now and today, right? So anyways, what do? We went to that 50 and then built more liquidity before they take them out, and then they always raid a induced higher low. So you think that's it? They raid it. That's a 25%. Same thing with this. Raided it. Could have bought it. Didn't. Just like this little guy right here. They raid it. Come in right there and buy. Anyways, from here to here, they come back, and then you can see it playing around at that 50, and then boom, popping right up into my area that I've already have highlighted before we get there. Keep that in mind. Right, it's not random. So my day permitted me to not be able to get it. Little bitches. And notice how they fucking snap to this area here once they get up here, right? So fire. I don't know what else I could tell you. But again, if you see dollars really starting to push up, then maybe we'll pull back. But right now we're in the biggest bullish run ever. So, it just doesn't look like we're going to be slowing down, but it's a matter of, are we still retracing or not? Just like we just went through in the past phase of the week. And I said correction in the video. Okay, more fire here. You had Dow just screaming up here. We're pushing down. Beautiful. And then what's it called? We had divergence here with higher highs. This is where I catch it. And then you got lower highs here. And then when we bought up and went more, because I would have rather preferred this price action right here instead of this, instead of coming all the way up, then coming down, which is fine. It did. This was just simple, right? Same direction, but it's fine. And then here, the reason we went up is because we had a higher low here with Nas, and we had lower lows here. So we, Nas kept pushing up, right? So, and then when we got down here, and to explain why I would have been more involved if I didn't have to just cut loose right where I did. I was starving too. But anyways, we have a lower low here with S&P and higher lows right there. So that right there was the beautiful push back up into the range. Speaker, told you all the time, you're going to have phases of a speaker when you have, they start to develop a speaker in a range where you get the tops and leading to. And that's it. Now we're at the mean reversion. I mean, that's pretty much what that play is too. So, and not knowing what's going to happen later is just, that's all you could do. Dow not really going nowhere too much, but they did make a high and then retrace and bounce back up. So again, just we're bullish. There's no reason to fight it, and no reason to, you see me catching the sells and the buys, right? So it's like, should have fucking held it though, but today just wasn't it. Speaker very clear. And then same idea here. Just we popped up a little higher, retraced back into a breakout area from the expansion of yesterday. And this is sufficient. So this is what I was drawing yesterday, was something like this, where we would pop up, retrace back, and come in. You see it right there with the ES, right? This is exactly what the fuck I drew, right? It would be one of these highs right here, right? But it's not perfect here, but the the fucking flow is. Hey, but don't forget, please, if you're new and I only showed the trades right now because someone's new here, but on honesty, I'm telling you the day before. Please don't forget that. Okay, so very difficult what I do, right? Anyways, that's where we are, and I can probably be done. And then Nvidia just still making this little push up train, right? Gaps here. So we also, in the seasonality, we should have a retracement, which is what I've shown you. So the question is it really going to be done? Like, did we just step into here and this is still a resistance? And then, and then fall down for another, just like we did here, where we made the high, we retraced, we made these legs down. I don't think it's going to take this long, but it could. It's the beginning of the new quarter. So I told you the first 5 days, they get a little tricky with the range and developing, but something like this is in the idea. But are we coming in and are we still driving down to then, like we're doing here, to push up like we did here and then to retrace one more time? We don't know, right? In general speaking, we got a couple drives. We have this previous price action in here. I wonder, but I don't, I really don't think they don't have to give it to you. I mean, they already came back fair here in my book. But at the same speaking, this -2 to 2.5 is to be. So this is where the trades are happening on the top here, and this -1 or 1.5 fails. You obviously know it might happen here, might run to here, might not at all. But the drawing, what I'm showing you is now that we're in general speaking, you have an expansion, and you have, and if you want to see a retracement, I would like to see something like this. and it still pop up, right? So this is in these first 5 days. So does this turn around? Well, so tomorrow's Friday, and we obviously, I don't know if they're having NFP. I can't remember. I think them saying they're not going to report the numbers. I don't know, but if they do, this flow is still, I assume, the same. But I think maybe they would use it to push up before they came back. I don't want to talk too much, but in general, it's it's either gonna buy from where we are here, right? Is what I'm really trying to say, or we're gonna pull fucking back, right? I don't know, and that's really all I'm thinking. It's not really that important, to be honest. Beautiful day in a sense, but and clearly I mentioned about this yesterday. So if you watched it, and I know it was a long video, this is 20 minutes. This is going to be a short one, thank God. I don't know what else I really need to say, right? I'm always going to fucking forget something. VIX, and by the way, even the best traders on earth, they all miss something. I don't care who you are, right? It is what it is. But VIX was also pushing up while we were coming down. That was the play here for me. So with it, and let me see, am I missing something? The seasonal data shows a deep retracement too. That's the funny thing. So no, I've already drawn what I need to draw. Here is like it's the first imbalance of the month, and they generally they sometimes like to come to it. So in a perfect world, I'd like for it to come right here and then buy back up, but and then I mentioned yesterday that we would probably see an imbalance get formed on the daily, which this candle would be pushing up straight and then probably close high. Just the idea of the candle formation. So I'm catching the high of the day, and most likely the low of the day. That ends up not being the high of the day. This is the low of the day. I don't know if we push up again. It's 2 o'clock. Anything can happen, but we are bullish. So that's the thing that you also have to remember. Just like here, when we were here, we had, we understand the buying here. Doesn't mean you have to participate it, man, but the expansion here, it's a retracement, and then, just a little suspect right now, and we're moving. We're moving. We're moving. I mean, we're slow, but we're moving. It's not that serious. But yeah. What else I need to say? Beautiful. So if we make a new high, then I'm going to extend this here. Let's just say we come higher. I don't know, but it's Friday here, and we did this shit, and then maybe I want to see a pullback then. But as of now, we are in a retracement phase. So does this is this the expansion up here, or is it going to retrace back and still not be done for the retracement? Okay, so I feel like I'm missing some. I wonder if they're going to use this to buy back up and use it as support. I didn't draw the first imbalance here. I gotta fucking go, man, dude. I want to make sure I say everything. I swear to God, I wasn't even gonna do the video, man. I'm gonna just say this one because I'm gonna say this one, not the little one because it's kind of small, not significant, but and it's not really that important. It's right next to it, so. But remember, this could be possible better than that one, but we'll see. But it's because this is more of a profound candle, right? So what else can I fucking say? I didn't do no projection up here. Didn't even need to, but I like this though. For some reason, this kind of is talking to me here. Boom. So, we'll see again. Do they expand? Probably will. I gotta go. So yeah, okay. Am I missing something else? I hope this is helping you. And you guys take care. God bless.